Our next story is about the Russia-Ukraine war. It's about Russian President Vladimir Putin. It seems he is prepping his soldiers to launch a major winter offensive on Ukraine before US President-elect Donald Trump takes office. According to Ukraine, Russia has been readying to push on Ukraine's southern front, specifically in Zaporizhia. They worry that Russia is building up infantry and armored vehicles while stepping up aerial bombardments. Ukrainian military personnel say that Russians have been preparing for some time, for several weeks in fact, to conduct assault operations on Ukraine. As a result, Ukraine has bolstered its defensive positions on the front line in anticipation of a Russian onslaught. Ukraine's worries may not be unfounded. On the 10th of November, it was reported that Russia had captured another village in eastern Ukraine. Reports say the Russian forces captured the village of Rivnopol. It lies in Ukraine's Donetsk region. Remember here, Russia has been waging a major offensive for months. In the Donetsk region, Russia has also reported a series of gains during its offensive. This as Russian forces pursue their advance towards the strategic city of Pokrovsk. Pokrovsk is an important supply hub for Ukrainian forces. A few days ago, on Sunday, Russia's defense ministry claimed that its forces had taken the Donetsk village of Vovchenka. Not just that, on Wednesday morning, blasts boomed across Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv. For the first time since August, Russia had launched missile attacks on the city. The attack forced people to take shelter in an underground metro station. Ukraine says that its air defenses intercepted 2 incoming cruise missiles, 2 ballistic missiles and 37 drones across the country. No casualties or major damage were reported, but Kyiv saw this was coming. For months, Ukrainians have been waiting for a big missile attack, worried that it could deal a new blow to the strained energy system and cause long blackouts as winter sets in. Across Ukraine's border, another key battle is shaping up in Russia's Kursk region. This is the Russian region where Ukraine had launched an invasion in August. 3 months since that daring cross-border raid, Ukraine has control over some parts of this Russian region. If the Russian side is to be believed, Ukrainian forces are currently being beaten back here. By Ukraine's own admission, its defenses in Donbass are crumbling. We're not surprised with Ukraine's big admission. We've been saying this for months. Ukraine is facing a massive manpower and ammunition shortage. In recent months, Russian forces have intensified attacks in the east, where Ukrainian troops have been unable to hold the line. Russian forces are advancing in Donbass faster than at any time since the war started in 2022. Specifically in the past few weeks, the Russians have been able to register big gains on the battlefield. As mentioned earlier, a number of villages and settlements such as the key town of Volodar, and on Wednesday, Russian-installed head of Donetsk region, Denis Pushlin, released a video showing the ruins of Volodar. The video showed how not a single house was left intact following the brutal fight to capture this town. It was captured by the Russian forces in October, after 2 years of heavy fighting, and the nightmare is not over for Ukraine. According to reports, Ukraine's troops are facing a severe pushback in the Donetsk region. They say that the Russians are attacking from 3 sides. The Ukrainian troops say that they are ready to pull back, but do not have the order from the top yet. According to reports, to make up for the shortage of soldiers, Kyiv has decided to send Air Force pilots, engineers, medics, surgeons to the front line as manpower, especially as infantry remains Ukraine's biggest challenge. But how much of a difference can such moves make out on the battlefield? You see, Russia has the superiority in the battlefield, and Ukraine's army is in quite a lot of trouble. As Ukraine war approaches its 3rd winter, Ukrainian military officials as well as international experts expect the war to enter a critical phase soon. Why is that, you ask? You see, both sides are fighting for territorial advantage ahead of US President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration in January. Without American support, the Ukrainian war efforts against Russia just cannot continue. And since Trump won the US election, everyone's focused on what it means for the war. Remember, Trump has vowed to end the war within a day, having repeatedly criticized continued American military aid for Kyiv. While the majority of Ukrainians don't want land ceded to Russia, there's a large number of people in the country who believe that that's inevitable for peace. What is the path to peace for Ukraine? What will a ceasefire deal look like? Will Russia and Ukraine accept it if such a deal is proposed? Will peace come in the form of Ukraine ceding territory to Russia? It's too soon to answer these questions. All will be clear when Trump takes office in January. Until then, it seems Ukraine will just have to brace itself for another cold, harsh and bloody winter. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.